One of the hardest things for me is to find YouTubers who post about African American issues that are that really produce excellent content. I'm not talking about African Americans who YouTube in general. I'm talking about YouTube channels that are focused on commentary on the African American community. I have a real tough time. I've been on YouTube for many years as a viewer and as a content creator. But through those years, and the main thing that I try to look for on YouTube has nothing to do with race and ethnicity. It's just topics. Like there's a lot of African American tech reviewers who I actually have subscriptions to, and I watch their videos on a regular basis. Um, but YouTubers who post about African American issues that we face as a group, I have a really tough time finding anything that's really good. Um, I did find one that was recently. I don't really want to state the name. Um, I did find one recently that I looked at a lot of the videos and it's pretty decent content. The only thing is the content is not universal enough. What you see a lot of the people will do response videos to other YouTubers. Excuse me. But the problem with that is if you don't watch that initial channel that they're responding to, you kind of get lost. So even if the commentary is really good, um, you know, and how it's delivered, it's hard to follow. It's like if you're not familiar with the original YouTuber that they responded to, because sometimes they just respond to a topic that the first person brought to the forefront, and they're responding to the topic. So you can kind of watch it. You don't have to watch the original video, but a lot of times they're talking about a series of things that the first YouTuber that they responded to stated, and it's like, okay, I don't watch that original person, so I'm kind of lost here. And there's a lot of channels that do not have a huge following. They have a few hundred subscribers, and some people are putting together really great content. So that's kind of cool. One of the things I kind of really came to the realization. English is my first language, but mentally, but not spoken. It seems it's hard for me to get some words out. Um, some of the things that I recognize that having a huge number of followers, having a huge number of followers doesn't equal great content. So that's another thing. The small channels have a very small profile, so they're really hard to find in YouTube. YouTube, as far as discovery goes, it just doesn't really work when you're looking for um, like-minded channels. It's really hard. The best way to do it is come up with a keyword that really cuts through a lot of the mess that's out here. Some keywords are just too broad, and it brings up way too many results that doesn't have anything really to do with what you're looking for. And others are so narrow that you don't bring up anything, you know. So you have to find that right keyword that allows you to find content out there that's relevant to what you're looking for. And that's what I'm trying to do in this moment. I'm looking for all types of YouTubers. Right now, I'm looking for YouTubers who are posting things on African American content. You have a lot of anonymous YouTubers, and I do sort of anonymous videos myself where you don't see me, you just hear my voice. But many people, their entire channel is like that, and it's hard. The one thing about that is that if you're hiding, you can kind of express controversial opinions that you would not do publicly. And there's a danger to that because sometimes people be spreading misinformation, stuff that they couldn't actually stand behind, whether they're spreading it for some type of agenda or just to get views. And that's kind of dangerous. I mean, in this time of a lot of people talking about fake news, And it doesn't really matter where the source is from. So people a lot of times get their opinions from YouTube videos. Uh, also Facebook and other things are a problem, Twitter. But people aren't really savvy when it comes to assessing the here it goes again with English, reliability of certain sources of content. Um, I think I'm pretty decent with that, but no one's perfect. We all make mistakes. So yeah, if anyone that watches this, if they know of a YouTuber who is consistently putting out great content on a regular basis, whether daily or several times a week, one thing I like to do is I like to see someone that has enough body of work that you can kind of sit there for an hour plus and go through their content that they put up and to see. And I like to see someone with a lot of original content as opposed to a lot of content that they borrowed from other places. If it's good borrowed content, I'll watch the channel, but I'm really looking for someone that does original commentary on different subjects pertaining to African Americans. So, there's an endless amount of topics relating to us as a group, and I just want to see someone that's actually doing that in a really decent way, where it's fact-based. I would like it to be somewhat intellectual. I don't want something that's very anti-intellectual. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, if anyone that watches this, if they know of any channels out there, in the comments, if you can post something, that would be really appreciated. Thanks.